All right, Dennis, how do you feel?
Yeah, it was not the biggest one I ever got, but
I've never seen one shot in the ass killed either, but
yeah, it was running, and I guess I should have led a little more. It was hauling though.
yeah.
If it was any faster, I wouldn't have took a shot, but it's 4 or 5 other ones with it. There was a bigger one I wanted. They saw me there at like 20 yards. The one saw me trying to position a little bit, so they were getting ready to run, and
So
had a shot at this one.
Where do you think you hit it? Do you think you just clipped it in the hip and out?
In front of me, it was looking to the right, so I hit it kind of, yeah, it was running, looking towards the right, so I think it hit and skipped out.
Oh shit.
Those are the Barnes, those XTS or XTP, whatever those solid coppers are, so they hit hard.
All right, guys, we're gonna go sit for another hour or so and
Yeah,
see if we can get another one. All right. So today on Funk Farms, what we're going to talk about is, let's say you want to get into deer hunting. What do you actually need? What'll it cost? And this is targeted at someone that's just getting into deer hunting. What do they actually need? So the first thing we're going to talk about is a gun. I would say right now on the gun market, this is probably the cheapest new gun you can get in. This is a CVA Scout in 243, which is probably, in most states at least, this is the smallest gun you can use for whitetail deer. I've had CVA muzzleloaders in the past, and I've kind of looked at these before, so I figured I'd pick one up today. So we got the gun here. You notice the gun doesn't have iron sights, so the next thing we're going to need is a scope. This is a Bushnell 3x9x40. What do they call it? It's the Legend illuminated scope. Any gun, any ammo, any magnification. So this is about $100 scope, so it's nothing special. $100 scope. I paid $300 for this gun. I think they retail for $5, but if you wait till the right time of year and you follow Gun Broker, you know, eventually you could bid on one real cheap. So we got the scope, we got the gun, ammo. I got these are Remington Core-Lock 243s. They're 100 grain bullets, which is about the heaviest bullet you can get for a 243. It seems like, from what I read online, these guns with this barrel, they like between a 95 and 100 grain bullet. Next thing you need, or might want, I should say, is a rangefinder. Now this Leupold I had bought previously. I'm sure there are cheaper rangefinders you can get. This Leupold RX 2800, I think this was a few $100, maybe $300. And it comes like with like a data sheet for zeroing in. Yeah, see, comes with a data sheet, help you zero in on a gun. Pretty cool. Obviously you don't have to buy one that expensive. The reason I recommend a rangefinder is, even though this is a super flat shooting gun, if you're an inexperienced hunter, you might have a hard time judging distance effectively, so it might help you. I'd recommend for a new hunter, doesn't matter how good you shoot off a bench, you shouldn't shoot any deer outside of 100 yards. I already put these on the scope last night, but a good pair of scope mounting brackets, you're gonna need that. I like a sighting glass separate from the scope, just to save your arm. I don't know what I paid for this years ago. It's a 10 to 25 zoom spotting scope. You can also get a good pair of cheap binoculars. It's nice to have. You don't absolutely need it. The other thing is, I always recommend, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these screws off real quick with the provided tool in the gun, and we're just going to put a little bit of thread locker on there. The reason for that is, well, quite simply, you don't want this stuff to walk, any of it, so it doesn't hurt to put on thread locker. All right, so we covered ammo, rifle, scope, a rangefinder, and a spotting scope. A nice to have, I always get them whenever they're on sale. Harbor Freight, they sell these knockoff Pelican cases. I mean, for $100, it's a good idea for your rifle, especially if you're throwing in the back of a truck bed or something. And then a cheap 30 cal ammo can to hold all your hunting gear in one spot. And then the only other thing you need is a blaze orange vest and a blaze orange hat, at least where I live. Your state might be different, but that's what you need in Virginia.